video, I'm going to show you two weird little boxes that you can get from thonk.co.uk, the Crum Drum and the Freaq FM. And in so doing, I'd like to celebrate all weird little freaky setups you can make with strange boxes. Everyone's got habits, and isn't generative just the ticket for defeating them? Fish from the infinite void for ideas and take credit for what you keep. And do so away from a computer, getting absorbed in the moment. That is the joy of tiny weird little gear setups. And both of the things that we're going to use today have a number of things in common. They are both weird little FM synths, and they are both generative. We don't tell them what to be step by step. We collaborate. We set the conditions and we ride the wave. Now, both of these things are DIY kits from Thonk, who hired me to demo them. These two things together are basically like old Auteca in a 25 centimetre square area. I also just really enjoy having an excuse to play with just little gear pairings. One drum thing, one synth thing, some effects, and a mixer. Acid House proved that that's really all you need to have fun. So first, Crum Drum. So the Crum Drum from Nystrom is a 4-instrument FM little digital synth with a kick, a snare, a hi-hat, and a little bass. It has built-in reverb and delay, and I really like the built-in reverb and delay. It's very satisfying, a nice ping-pong delay. And it has 16, 28 or 32 steps. Steps, because you can change what it's doing. If we do this, hold down this button, it will regenerate the steps that it's playing. For everything, we also have probability that a step is going to occur, and we have some control over the tone and the effects and like the randomness. It's actually really good. Like, it's really good. It's interesting. It's very Auteca. I am setting conditions, and if you ever used a Eurorack module called Grids, there's a gridsy feel to Crum Drum. That with the probability knob, you can control like a tap the amount of likelihood that something will happen. And we don't necessarily know what's going to happen on a per step basis. That's the joy. That's why we're here. Nice. And if I put in some of the life tones, woo. Life Tones is a Australian delay pedal with filter built into it. Because, like, if this wasn't weird enough for you, we can make it even weirder. Oof. So this is just the kick drum by itself. It should point out there's this type switch, and there are 3 positions. And each position is one of 3 different kind of presets for the 3 sounds. And then for the bass line, it's actually controlling the scale that the bass line is quantizing to. I've got a lot of drive going on here. And a lot of randomness, which is changing the pitch. And other parameters. Then let's get some snare. Filter it, change the filtering. And then let's get some hi-hats. Made the snare go a little bit weird and sort of like, woo, 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 sort of talking to me. And perform those elements. And then the 4th thing is bass line. Ugh. So in the middle, I've got this on minor pentatonic mode. And then the randomness controls the sort of breadth of the scale. And then we need to hold down beat. Catch a new melody. Oh, that's nice. You might not be able to hear that, but there's like a wicked sub bass. It's really good. I definitely wouldn't have come up with that, like, sat in front of a computer in a DAW. That is the whole point. One really cool thing that the Crum Drum does that I'm not doing here, but you should know, is that if you USB it to your computer, then you can play its voices via USB MIDI, and it's a generative MIDI sequencer as well. So the 4 generative patterns it's creating, you can sequence stuff in your computer with them. So next, Freaq FM. Now the Freaq FM doesn't have its own like effects built in, so we may well make use of our life tones to add some sludge and fun to this. But the Freaq FM is a 2-voice, 2-operator FM generative step sequencer synth. So it's making 2 sequences, playing 2 voices. Each are 2-operator FM voices, each have variable waveforms. You can have different sequencer lengths. You've got this mutation parameter, which is a bit like the random in here, but it's going to mutate the sequence, but it's destructive. Now the 2 sequences share note data, but they can run at different clock rates and be different lengths. It's really interesting. So hold function, we can adjust the clock division. It's 8-bit, so it's got this kind of fuzzy vibe to it. There is a lot, like it does a lot, more than I can probably show you, but like it's got LFOs built in, it's got parameter locking. It's just like pretty capable. We can edit one voice 1 or voice 2. So I can come up here and just mess and explore. Oh, that's nice. That was adjusting the decay of one of the voices. And then let's play with the carrier and the modulation amount. Nice. That's changing the carrier to noise, which has got this kind of vocal sort of sound. So I'm getting a bit carried away with this one, sorry. The black dials here are the tone controls. The grey ones are the sequencer controls. And so we can adjust the mutation amount, which was the thing that we did earlier. That's how the sequence evolves. And you can lock and unlock it. And then you've got sequence length, clock division, and density. If I hold function, density is how dense the sequence is with notes. And we do this on a per voice basis, so I can make it sparse and adjust the divisions. Bring it up. Might come back to this. Turn down the snare, turn down the hat, just get a bit of kick. Yeah. Come over here, let's bring our snare in. Adjust it to taste so it kind of pokes above what we've already got on. Increase our life tones. Something you don't say every day. So here with this like weird little noodly sequence, I want to play with the LFO. You can choose what the LFO is being routed to. These little icons denote like attack decay, envelope depth, amount, FM ratio, and note length. Nice. Drop the swing on the Crum Drum. You hear that it was passing swing on to the Freaq FM, which is nice. Drop it. Go to the other voice, drop that one. Oh, yes. Wow. Yeah. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Oof. So that's the Freaq FM, just totally dry. God, it's really good, isn't it? Like, I mean, yes, it's a demo, but like, come on. Mate, love it. Let's turn up the mutation. Turn up the density. Oh yeah! It's 1992, friends. And you're back from WH Smith's with the new hotness. I'm referring to a Mega Drive game. Genesis to my friends in America. Yes, indeed. Whoa. So I've been just enjoying myself, but I hope what this has illustrated is that we can set up these kind of funky little, like, generative, dirty little, like, shifty beats on the Crum Drum. And we can set up this, like, gorgeous, thick, twisted, parameter locked sort of thing, by the way. Record. Yeah. Yes. Friends, it's really fun to put together small little gear setups. Something for drums, something for synth, some effects, and a mixer. That's fun away from a computer. And I encourage all of you to try a similar thing, even if you don't use these specific things. These things, though, however, are available from our friends at Thonk. Thonk.co.uk is the site. I have bought lots of things from Thonk with my own money, and I really like what they do. You can build these things yourself and then pilot them and make your own weird auditory sort of madness. How cool. Like, not two analog synths, two really weird freaky FM synths that we can pilot by just turning knobs and being surprised by the results. It's like, it's just the best of hardware, in my humble opinion, and a lot more affordable than buying a modular, and entirely, compatible with your modular. Thank you, Thonk, for giving me the opportunity to have a little jam today. What's your favourite little mini gear setups? Put them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Wow.